There is another debiasing technique. It's actually my favorite. Not my invention. It's the psychologist Gary Klein proposed it. And he calls it the pre-mortem. And he describes the procedure for a pre-mortem as follows. So you have a group, a team, that is about to produce a decision. They're not yet locked in on the decision, but it's pretty clear where they're going. And at that point, you convene a special meeting, which could be 45 minutes. It really doesn't take very long. And of people who are knowledgeable about this, they could be the team that is actually working on the decision. And either the leader or a facilitator who comes for that particular purpose will introduce the discussion as follows. Assume that we made the decision that we're now contemplating. It is now a year later. It was a disaster. Now, you have a sheet of paper in front of you. Write a brief history of that disaster. This is called the pre-mortem. And it turns out that, I think this is a brilliant idea, by the way, this notion of the pre-mortem, because it does the following. When you look at what happens in organizations as they're approaching a decision, they are getting increasingly locked into that decision, especially the leader of the organization is clearly in favor of it. Dissent is becomes very difficult. In general, by the way, organizations like optimists. Pessimists are almost disloyal in many cases. We really don't like pessimists much. And to be a pessimist about a project very close to the point at which a decision is about to be made is actually taking a significant risk of your popularity, if not worse. What the pre-mortem technique does, which I think is beautiful, is it legitimizes dissent. Actually turns things around. It rewards people for being imaginative in finding flaws in the current plan. Now, not everybody is thrilled with that idea, because actually many decision makers and large organizations want optimism. I had a conversation about the pre-mortem actually with the chief of planning in the Israeli military. And he said he had mixed feelings about this, because he said if we knew exactly how much things would cost, we'd never do anything. But so we need that positive illusion in order to achieve something. The balance between illusion and realism, and how much optimism you want, and how much realism you want, that is a major issue. But to be aware of the error, that I think is unquestionably worthwhile.